Good morning, everyone. You should be able to hear me now. I did not get your letter, Rochelle. When did you send it? Hopefully, you can hear me fine. Might be a little low. Let's try that. Perfect. See what 12 o'clock holds for us. Morning, Elizabeth. Rochelle. Murray, that's a good idea. I didn't even think about that. I should. Murray said I should take Blaze to see his girlfriend tomorrow. It's Valentine's Day. Murray said I should take Blaze to see his girlfriend tomorrow because it's Valentine's Day. Yep. Yeah, don't. Yep. Yep. The Vold's still coming down. Kind of curious if we have a continuation. Morning, Christopher. Just to confirm, did anyone get an email today? All right, someone got an email. Perfect. We have 188 people in here. Telegram went out to both. Some people got an email, some people didn't. Wow. All right.
How are you doing today, Matt?
Pretty good.
Living the dream?
You could say that.
Good. When is the baby due?
April the 6th.
April the 6th. Right past April Fools.
Yep.
Thank God it's not April 1st.
Hopefully she doesn't deliver early.
Right. Right. All right.
Thank you.
YouTube. How many we got? Let me just go into YouTube real quick. Say hello to everybody there, and then say hello to everybody here. Hey, Brian, Vertuvian, Colleen, Sherman, Jan, Dave, Devin, Jan, John, Darren, Tara. How are you guys doing today? We had class yearbooks today at work. I had to get pictures taken. Picture day today. All right. Let's take a look at Zoom and say hello to everybody here. All right. We've got RV Hannings, a lot of other people having mortgages at some time. Cliff. Hey, Cliff got text, no email. Not good. Henry, good morning. Leslie, Cyrus, Jason, Deanna, Jesse, Murray. 4-4, huh? But not 4-1. Kurt. Uh, hey, what's going on? D. Dixon. Sydney says 10 a.m. Morning, Michael. Grandson 47. Rebecca, good afternoon. When does the one-click app go live? I think we're going to be meeting about that later today, so I will have more information on that later, but very, very soon from what I understand. No email. Folks, just so FYI, most of you have Telegram. We also post it in the Telegram channel, and we also send you guys SMS. Yeah, Mazel Tov, Matt, from Hannah. I like
Thank
that.
you.
CLJ is ready to go. Bob is ready to go. Good morning, Bob. We got Sandeep just joined. Tell me how to get started. The links aren't working. Who should I contact? Tell me how to get started. The link. I would start with customer service. That would be a good place. Hey, Kane. Can you give Kane access?
Yeah.
Kane's here today. Remember, Kane is launching a new program on Sunday. We're going to be doing a live broadcast. I can't wait to get that's going to be so much fun. We got Dave. We got Rochelle. I got your email about NVIDIA, and I responded to your email. And I gave you an answer about NVIDIA.
Hey, everyone.
Share my screen. Hey, Kane, how are you?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Good to see you. I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Here, let's see. Where did you go, Rochelle? Right here. Let's see. Maybe you send me another email, but send Rochelle right here. I'm going to go through all the mega caps in the VIP room today at 11:42, 23 minutes ago. See, Rochelle, I take care of business. I do take care of business. Thanks, Foxay, buying at 54.40, out at 55.20. You're welcome. No, you're welcome. Yeah, Kane is here. All right. So, how are you doing today, Kane? Everything all right on the West Coast? No more fires.
Yeah.
Everything's copacetic.
We've had rain for last couple days, so I'm sure the fires are all are all out. News reports are all talking about debris slides and mudslides, and there's always something, right?
There's always something. There's always something in. There's always something in California. Always something going on in Los Angeles. Always something. All right. So here's what I'm going to do, Kane. I'm going to go through the 7 ETFs, and I'm going to go through the major ETFs so basically I'm going to go through the major ETFs and the FANG stocks, and I want to give the analysis, and then I want to hear more about the program that you and I are going to be talking about this Sunday.
Yeah, nice. I like it. Going through all the sectors and all that.
Yeah. So let me go ahead and pull my, just so I don't get lost. I'm going to have my frame of reference here. I'm going to pull up my TC 2000 here on the side. So I already have it here on the side. That way I could look at it while we talk. Right now, let's just take a look at them right now. I'm looking at this, so you guys can look and see exactly what I'm looking at while I'm looking at it. But this is what I'm looking at right now. These are the major sectors, and you could see right now consumer staples is actually overpowering tech, but tech is starting to come up. Utilities was up here this morning. Here you could see the utilities was up here this morning, but right now utilities fell off in technology, semiconductors, communication. I think we're going to break out on the QQQ. At least everything is pointing towards that. We're getting some congruency here with technology. Not really seeing it anywhere else, but let's see if I'm right or if I'm wrong or if it really matters. First off, we'll just do the SPY. The SPY looks like it's breaking out here. This would be a breakout of range. We're currently just positioned ourselves with a fairly speculative tech stock in the pit, but we are definitely positioned to go higher. Another reason why I think we're going to go higher is the bond market. I do want to hear what you have to say about the bond market. But this is, I mean, there's this 0.74 correlation between bonds and stocks right now. And to me, this is this tells me that bonds do not want to go lower. And PPI was bad. So what do you make of that?
Yeah, it's really interesting move, right? So, I mean, the implication is that the bond investors are feeling better about
Yeah.
the future, right? Which
Yeah.
is kind of interesting. So they've got to be looking a lot longer term, I think. And so, you know, the only thing that's sort of on the news is tariffs, and long-term tariffs are probably good for the nation, but we'll go through some pain before we get there.
Yeah. Yeah. But to me, this looks like this was just an outlier, and this decided to come right back into its trend.
Right.
And
Yeah.
and if you look at mags, and if you look at mega caps, look at mega caps. False breakout, right back into that choppy stage. Look at that.
Yeah, there's been a lot of those false breakdowns I've noticed.
Yeah.
Like Apple is starting to look kind of like that. Nvidia looked kind of like that. So I guess makes sense. We're looking at mags.
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
gonna look at but you could see how mags are just consolidating right now, not really doing anything. And we will look at mags in a minute. I will take a look at all of them in a minute. But first, let's start with. So I'm gonna go in order from strongest to weakest as it stands right now, just so I have a reference, guys. There's no meaning behind me. There's no like preference. It's just the order that I have written to the left of me. Okay. So XLP is looking good, and it's actually breaking above the 100-day, and the 100-day happens to be above the 200 and the 100. But I like this. I like this move quite a bit, actually. That's a nice breakout. The problem is consumer staples is a very defensive sector, and consumer staples doesn't typically but consumer staples typically go up when bond yield goes down. So I think this is moving up like this partly because bonds are doing the same. So, but that's not a bad move. That's not a bad move. That's actually a pretty good move right here. Okay. So consumer staples is looking a lot better than it looked a few days ago. XLK. XLK is very, 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 very choppy. And ironically, XLK is like the least choppiest sector, right? QQQs move really well. So just a lot of chop. I mean, we're in this gap here. I mean, if I had to guess, maybe come up to here, this level right here, about 241. But XLK is definitely breaking. I mean, at least moving to the upside. It's up 2 points today, and it's not backing off that. It bounced off the VWAP pretty good right now, and it's still coming up. So
Don't forget we have the looming tariff announcement at 1 o'clock.
that's right. We have we have a tariff announcement at 1 o'clock. But all bets are off there. SMH. I like SMH. Remember what I told you this morning? I want SMH to go above this area. It's almost there. We're almost there. But that would go in line with what I've been saying, how we're starting to see a little more strength on the technology sectors, technology, semiconductors, communication, QQQ. It's all kind of starting to move up a little bit. I mean, not out of the danger zone yet, but starting to move above it. Then you have XLC. XLC is looking great. XLC actually never gave up the ghost, partly because of Meta, but XLC is looking good. So that's two sectors that don't have much resistance above them, XLC and XLP. Now, does that make any sense? No, it doesn't, but that's the world we live in right now. But XLC is not looking bad at all. Very clean trend, bouncing off, respecting the 8-day very well. Right at the VWAP right now as we speak, actually. But nothing really bad, or nothing like this. Now, folks, if you want to know choppy versus trending, this is choppy, this is trending. This is choppy, this is trending. Okay? Don't go for this. I mean, don't go for this. Go for that. Okay? You'll thank me for it 20 years from now, trust me. Some of you will thank me a lot sooner. XLU looks like it wants to break out, but again, I mean, this move's okay. It has to overcome this. Kind of looks like D-Dog did before the earnings, building a nice base right here coming into this. So I like this, but I would say there's a very strong resistance area until proven otherwise right here, about 80.38. So what I'm seeing is a lot of sectors still have some upside left, but that upside is limited. For example, right here. Limited, limited. Next, QQQ. Now, QQQ is looking the way I want SPY to look. It has a clean breakout. Ironically, this breakout is not based on the mega caps, which is a good thing because you don't want to see 7 stocks controlling the entire market. Also, we're right at the VWAP, so if we have a little movement right now, we can start bouncing back higher. But this is very encouraging, actually. This is very encouraging. I like this. Now, the only thing I want to see now is I want to see price break above this area right here. Gusto. And so far, I haven't seen any of that. Okay. And remember, we're still in chop land. XLE doing absolutely nothing. Energies are doing absolutely nothing today. Absolutely nothing. Squat. Airline stocks are down, but energies are doing nothing today. This is as choppy can get. XLB. XLB is consolidating. It's not doing anything. Looks like it wants to break out, but it did that right here too, and it did it right here too. So to me, this has to prove itself. And the problem is, once it proves itself and gets really excited, you've got the 200-day moving average and the 100-day right here. So I'm not that bullish on basic materials right now, unless I get a catalyst. I like how it's behaving today. Nice, look at that, right at the VWAP. Right at the VWAP. I love the VWAP. Already talked about the SPY, but in case we haven't, I want the SPY to look like this, not like this. XLI. XLI. Doing nothing. 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 Please don't try to create something out of nothing. Okay? Because if you stare hard enough, you will create something out of this. But let me show you what I'm seeing. More consolidation. Nothing. Garbage. Always try to step back as much as you can. You don't need to be like this looking at these things. There's just nothing there. Same thing here. Nothing there. Nothing there. So out of the only sectors that I looked at that I really like a lot was XLP and XLC. So far, those were it. There was nothing else that I really liked. Everything else is choppy, non-directional, doesn't have a lot of anything to it. Like this. What are you going to do with this? And a good way to tell is if you see a bunch of moving averages running through price, that's probably a good sign that it can't get away from the average, moving average price. So if you see something like this, there's nothing there. Please don't say, well, if you take this line and if you take this line, don't do that. It's hard. It's a slippery slope as it is. Okay. XRT retail. Looks like it wants to rally, but look where it is. It's trapped between two EMAs. You've got the 8-day and you have the 15-day, and then above that you have the 50. See what I'm saying? There's nothing there. There's nothing here. Nothing there. So far, we're almost done, and so far, most of these things are very choppy. XLF. Now, XLF looks okay. If it can break above and close here, it can come back up here, but we're talking about less than a point, the distance from here to here. So again, not really seeing any clarity or anything we're talking about. Let me check volume on the SPY. Now, volume right now, we're halfway done with the day. Volume is 11 million. Volume is not good right now. There's no volume right now. Matt, the more I look at this, the more I'm thinking we are going to break through the VWAP.
The downside?
Yeah, possibly. I was thinking we won't, but now maybe we will. I mean, I'm just not, I don't have a good sense for this market. And that usually means we're not going anywhere. GBTC, Bitcoin. No soup for Bitcoin. No soup. When you have a move like this, you need to, okay, you see this right here? See this? That's this. This is this. And it looks like it's got a lot more to go. You see a move like that, this thing needs to rest. You see a move like this thing needs to rest. XHB. Home builders. No good. No good. XLY. If anything, it's making lower highs, and this thing is keying. Look when I. This is intraday. Look when I look to the left. Look at where the crosshairs are, right there. Look at that. How it bounced off the 8-day. Look at that. Doesn't look like. If anything, I would sell this and cover it right here at the 100. Point is, it's not doing anything. It's not doing anything at all. At all. Let me just check something here. Okay. Technology is the only thing that's... So, in a nutshell, oh, there's more. IWM. Oops, sorry. IWM. Nothing. Remember, it tried to break out here, and I said, be very, very cautious. Interest rates are going higher, and look where it is now. Nothing here. And mid caps, MDY, absolutely nothing. So, to summarize, aren't we having a lot of this? People are probably falling asleep at this point. All right. We got XLP possibly making a move, which is a very defensive sector. You've got the bond market possibly moving higher. I mean, it's definitely moving higher. Look at this. Just took out the high. This is good. This is good. And then you have XLC moving higher, and that's probably because of the mega caps, which I'll talk about in 1 second. So, honestly, the only one of these that looks fantastic is XLC. And this one looks pretty good. This one looks pretty good too. But XLC looks the best. Okay? The fact that out of 20 sectors, I only like 2 or 3 is not a good thing. Now let's look at mega caps. Meta I like. Google, I don't like. But not really trending right now, but I'm not really hot on heavy on Google right now. It's a very hard stock to trade. Look at all the wicks it has. Look how wicky it is. A lot of wicks. Look at Tesla on the other hand. Lately it's having a lot of wicks, but this can move like 6-8 points a day nicely and close at the highs. But lately it's been having wicks. Look how it's bouncing off the 8-day. Look to the left. 8-day right there. Right back there. Remember what I said? This is going to act as support. It's going to putz around for a few days and then possibly go back down again. Remember I said that to you guys? It was only yesterday. It wasn't that long ago, or maybe 2 days ago. I said, actually, I wrote it on, let's see if people remember that. You guys remember I wrote it for you guys? I wrote it for you guys a few days ago in the Telegram channel. To probably get support right at the hit profit target right here at the 100-day from this area. Come back here, build a base, and then come right back down. I did. 3-day with coming up, very low volume. Expect PM today, all day tomorrow. Hey, Richard. Good to see you. Sorry, I'm just now going through the Telegram. I just figured I'd focus on this today. All right, let me. Yeah, just choppiness. It bounced pretty good off the 8-day. Okay, so Tesla, I think, is going to build a base here and potentially consolidate around here, which means more choppiness. But the fact that it hit this 8-day and is now coming off, not a great sign. But as long as him and Trump are going to be friends, I wouldn't be surprised if this stock rallied like crazy over the next year. Remember, I think it's going to do well this year, not this month. This year. The year just getting started. So, Tesla, more neutral to bearish right now. Apple, haven't looked at Apple for a long time. Apple looks like it could start looking good. Apple looks like XLP did yesterday. This is what I'm talking about. See this? Apple looks like that was yesterday. So if Apple continues, Apple has to get above 247. That's a pretty strong candle. That's a strong candle right here. Okay? So we got to get above this. And I like this, but we got to get above this. We need to build a base above the 50-day. Intel hit the 200, bouncing off of it. Still in a very clean downtrend. Oops, wrong. Yeah, I'd be careful here. I'd be very, very careful here. The fact that it clipped the 200 and stopped right there, I'd be very, very. I'm not picking stocks, guys. This is not show and tell. I'm just doing FANG stocks. Tesla. What else did I do? Nvidia. Rochelle, this is what I was trying to tell you on the email. You got to wait for it to get above this area here, close above this area here. Okay. Microsoft. Oy vey. Let me get rid of this. All right. Microsoft is not looking great at all. Ouch. Not looking good at all. Did I miss anything? What did I miss? Oh, Netflix. Thank you. Netflix I like. It's on my buy list. One of my lists. It's Netflix and Meta. Those are the ones that I like. Yeah. Amazon. Yes. Thank you. Amazon. Oy vey. Doesn't look good. Now, Amazon does tend to respect the 50-day moving average. So there's a good chance we can bounce off of here. But right now, this is not looking pretty. The saving grace is it's coming off. It's pulling back from an all-time high. That's good. That's good. It's coming off. Folks, I'm not going to be doing show and tell. That's not going to happen today. I'm going to go through my stocks in a minute, but I just wanted to get through these. So in a nutshell, some are looking good, some are looking bad, but the only two that have clarity is because we have Kane here and I want to hear about his, and I'm already 24 minutes in. So I want to get through my stocks before we were going to run out of time, Omar. That's why. We only get an hour here, you know? Alan says, I wish I had your memory. I don't know. I don't know if you want my memory. I remember too many things. All right, let's do my stocks. I'll do my stocks. I won't do. Yeah, I think I'll have I think I'll have enough time. Kane, 15 minutes, is that enough time for us to talk about your do you think that's enough time?
Yeah, it's good.
Perfect. All right. So let's do this. Wendy's. Oh, I think Wendy's had earnings today. I think Wendy's has earnings today. That's funny, Murray. That's pretty good. Stop loss right around here, about 1550. Let me go ahead and $68 delta, 15 put, 21 36 days to go. There you go, Omar. People love In-N-Out at I was always a Burger King guy back in the day, long time ago. This is a company where my in-laws both met and worked till recently, actually. Retired now. Breaking down. Obviously, this is an energy stock, and if energies go down, this will go down too. You're welcome, Jason. My pleasure. 48.50, 36 days to go, 68 delta, 50 put. VKTX. Ooh, look at this baby. This is this moves slowly, but it moves. 29 days to go, 66 delta. Too spready. You're not going to get in on this. You're probably going to just want to do the underlying. It's one of those stocks. Bah. Not a day trading stock, but probably a good swing trading stock. A little deviated from the 8-day. I would probably wait for us to come to the 125 area. And I would be looking somewhere in the 130 strike price. Already in the money. LDOS. This stock too. Look how it glides. It doesn't have. Look how many days does it have where the previous day's high is. It doesn't do this. It just moves and stops. Moves and stops. Doesn't have back and forth. Thanks, CJ. Appreciate it. He says Wendy had earnings this morning and lowered forward-looking guidance. Good. Thank you. Right here at about 148. Fluor was a major contractor building Alaska Pipeline, building futuristic headquarters. They offered me a job in the pipeline. Cool, Jim. Maybe you know my in-laws. Yeah, Bruce and Anna. One was a budgeter and one was a environmental head of environmental. Boy, you guys would love to talk to my mother-in-law. She could tell you some stories about environmental. She could, all that stuff that they say all that stuff that's really bad for us, not nearly as bad for us as they say. 76 Delta, 145 put. LDOS, March 20, asbestos, all that stuff. It has to be really bad. Ooh, Joan Fabrics closing 500 stores. That's awful. We used to have one right on Beverly, by the Beverly Center where I used to live. In Los Angeles. West LA. West Hollywood, actually. 36 days to expiration. LDOS, March 21st. Ooh, bankruptcy, too. Not good. Right here, 76 Delta, 145 put. Right. Lumen. No, wrong ticker. Really love this stock. How it looks. It respects the 50-day very well. Look. Respecting the 50-day and breaking down. Maybe get it right here at the VWAP. 36 days to go. 83 Delta. 1250 put. Okay. And this market is just fizzling out. Let me show you guys something interesting. Look at how we touched the VWAP on the SPY. I mean, you know, people are like, Roger, what's the best indicator for intraday trading? And I keep telling them, look at the VWAP. It's fantastic. They still argue with me. VWAP is a great indicator. For now, at least. For now. All right, let's do the long side. Actually, the first stock on my list we cannot do because we already did it in the pit. That stock is open, and we're not going to talk about it here. The next one is Way. Boy, this thing has gotten far too away from us. Yes, RM, exactly. Yes, big time. Yeah, that was on our list this morning. I don't know if you remember KSS, and yesterday it's been on our list. I would wait for this stock to go down to the. Thanks, Omar. Right here. Why don't you put that in the chat, Matt? In the testimony. That's a good one. Thank you. It's way overdone. It's way overdone right now. So we'd want to get it right here near the 42.38 level. Look how it bounced. Matt, look at this thing today. 1, 2, 3. Does it get any more perfect than that? Look at this. Look at that.
It really doesn't.
Right? Look at that. All right. Anyways, right here, 42.38. We're doing pretty good on time, actually. 71 Delta, 42.50 call. We're okay there. Same thing with the SPY. Look at the SPY intraday, guys. Look at this. Pretty damn good. All right. Let me that. Visa. That is a very nice stock. Now look, it's moving up. It's running away from us. Then it consolidates and it gets close to the 8-day EMA. So price and averages have caught up with each other. This is digesting this. Okay. The problem with this stock, it's been having low liquidity lately. Yeah, which is shocking. But this was my second pick for the pit today. If I didn't do the one that we did, I would have done this one. I'm just giving you heads up. Please don't mention the ticker symbols in the pit. Just keep them private. But like here, I would put a stop right here. You don't even have to go to the 15 here, but probably not a bad idea. But you can go somewhere like right here, below all of this noise right here, at 354, 345 maybe. 29 days to go. 81 Delta, or no, do the 65. 350 calls. That's a nice looking stock. That is a very, 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 very nice looking stock. Can you do a moving average crossover with the stock? Look, we cross right there and we're still, look, yes. The answer is hell yes. Ask yourself, can you do a moving average crossover with a stock easily? If you can, then it's a very tradable stock. This stock is like designed for moving average crossover. This is like the Japanese yen 30 years ago. This is amazing. Cyrus says, I made some money on Visa last week, but I didn't like V movement at all. Well, right now, look, how can you not like it, Cyrus? It's moving probably right here, if I had to guess. Right around here. Volume bars. Anyways, it's looking very nice right now. This is an A- setup right here. Can I say something about the continuity of the market? Well, I've been HG. I've been talking about it, and I'll say something before I conclude. How about that? Okay. Palantir. Somebody sent me an email just now. Said, "Do you think this is a good stock to short?" I told him you should start coming to my VIP room. Yes. Why don't we short this stock and pretend that we're smarter than every institutional trader that bought it throughout this whole run? You see, I know something none of these people do. I'm smarter than all of them. I'm not. Okay? And you guys aren't either. Stop pretending you're smart. Just trade the trend, okay? Seriously. Yes, if you're an idiot. Exactly, Scott. Exactly. I'm not kidding. Somebody sent me an email asking me if they should short this stock. And I said, exactly, HG. That was my reaction. I said to them, like, what is it about the stock that would make you want to short it? What makes you think you're smarter than everybody who bought here? Remember what I always say. I'd rather be the last guy to buy than the first guy to sell. Yeah, just not. Yes, why don't we go right in front of a freight train? Yes, yeah, that's the spirit. Yes, yeah. Don't try to surf towards the ocean. Yeah, exactly, Ben. Yes. Do you always use the kind of candles? These are not Hakanachis. These are Hakanachis. I have them at the bottom. I just usually have them so I can see if the trend is continuing. I'm going to explain to you the problem, and this is something you guys should pay attention to. A lot of you want indicators that are not lagging. Well, the problem is be careful what you wish for, because if your indicators are not lagging at all, then what's going to happen is they're going to get you in and out too fast. What this does is it takes away all the noise. You see this noise right here, all this gyrations, this takes it all away. So it's very lagging, but in a way, this lag, it always looks back one day. So it creates this lag, this lag. Look at this flat bottom candle right here, and this guy wants to go short. I don't. So yes, I use these to make sure that the trend is still moving my way. If I can't decide what to make out of this, you must know your direction setups, or you're not even ready to trade. I tried telling him that. All right. But he didn't want to listen to me. So anyway, Palantir, I like Palantir. There's nothing wrong with Palantir. I think we made good money on Palantir this year. 29 days to go. Do the spread. Too much implied vol. See, when I have to move these up too much, implied volatility. So what you want to do is this. You want to just go about 29 days out, buy the 121 call starting at 0.50 or 120 call, whichever suits your fancy, and then go out about 2 strike price from 120 to 122 or 121 to 123, and make sure you pay no more than $1. All right. So sometimes that's why I like moving averages. I don't use them to enter the market. I don't use the Hakan. So let me just say this, Bob. Let me answer your question. Hakanachis are great for entry reversals. So if, let's say, the market's doing this and you want a good entry when it's moving up, the Hakanachi reversals are great for that. The Hakanachi reversals are great for keeping you in a trade. The Hakanachi reversals are horrific for when you're about to get out of a trade because they're delayed. So by the time it tells you to get out, the price might have already cooled off. So it's great for entries and it's great for trade management, but it's not good for exits. Hopefully that answers your question. Yeah, this is a good trend, period. I mean, look, this is a daily chart. I don't look at this stock. If I'm looking at the stock, it means I must like the stock first. If I don't like a stock for a swing trade, there would be no way I would get into a stock. I would never, ever, ever get into a stock because of a day trade. I would get into a day trade because I like the swing trade. I want you guys to understand that. And if you guys are in the pit, you know that. Have you ever seen me get into a stock that looks bad on a daily chart? Never. The stocks are always picked as swing trades. I've never day traded in my life without timing it as a swing trade. Now, indexes are different. I'm talking about stocks. Indexes, forget about everything I'm saying right now. That's a whole, you'll learn all about that in the next month or two. That, right? You start out as a swing trade. Right. Exactly. Everything starts out as a swing trade. So obviously, if I'm looking at a daily chart and I'm liking this, that's why most of your stocks in the pit do better the next day, because they're picked as swing trades. Now, I've been saying this gazillion times. You're welcome, Hannah. Spotify. Hey, I remember somebody giving you this stock for free yesterday in the VIP room. And last I remember, you made money. Anybody made money on this? I got a couple of emails this morning. I know some of you made money on this stock. Palantir, 180%. Me, Dom, Michael, Phil. Yeah, you good. Everybody made money on it. I gave it for free in a free room. All right. Somebody made money on this stock. Good. I still like it for a swing trade, but I want it to come back to the 626 area. It's going to have to come back a little bit, okay? Once it comes back, we'll do it again. Not right now. It's not ready yet. Good. Our timing is still pretty good. Walmart. I love. Oh, this looks as good as Matt. This looks as good as Visa.
Yeah, Visa does look good too.
Visa. I'm telling you, this one in Visa, but Visa doesn't have earnings for a while. Walmart has earnings in 7 days. This looks beautiful. This is, folks. This is what a 10 chart looks like this. Like this. This is what a solid 10 looks like. 9.5, not a 10. The only 10 is my wife. This is a 9.5. All right? That is what a good-looking stock looks like. Not a lot of back and forth. Respects the 8-day. This is a beauty right here. That is a beauty right there. That is very, very nice. Very, very nice. I will say that. I will say that. Makes me want to buy it right now. Or just makes me want to stare at it for a while. 29 days to go. 77 Delta, 101 call. Stock looks like it wants to go straight up. Watch, I'll get an email asking me if I think Walmart is a good short next. Minimal wicks, yeah. This is a 10. Or recently it's been a 10. I think it's been trending better than Nvidia lately. Netflix, not bad, not as good as Walmart. The more you look at good charts, the more you will reject bad charts. Okay. Look how NVIDIA is respecting the 8-day. It's right below the VWAP. If it comes back up and comes above this area, maybe 1036.80, it'll be ready to go. I like it. If you want to be safe, especially with the market right now, I probably would wait for it to get to the 8-day, which is 20 points below the level. You could do the spread. You'd go 29 days out. You'd go to the 0.50 delta. You'd go to the 1040, and then you would sell the 1045 if you could do it for less than $2.50, or $5 if you could do it for less than 10. Okay. Net looks great. It needs to consolidate some more. So let's just hold off on net. And also, it's not that strong today, but I do like how this chart looks. Do I like? Well, I did like it this morning. I don't know if I like it now, but I do remember looking at it. Oh, it's beautiful. A little overextended, Cyrus. A little overextended. Making me a little nervous, but boy, oh boy, does this thing look good. Netflix, I said right here, go 29 days out, buy the 1040, sell the 1045. Pink sparkles. I hope you're doing well. Is this helping you guys? Is this beneficial? Jan says, what is the pit? The pit is where you go to make money, Jan. It's my private Telegram channel where I give active alerts all day long. If you're an active trader but not in the pit, you're just missing out big time. Why don't you grab that from YouTube, Matt? That's pretty good. Thank you for that testimonial. I on my HIMS today. HIMS, yes, HIMS. I've been bullish on HIMS for several days. And Doing really good. Now, this was a stock we had in the pit last week, and I picked it as a swing trade, and look what it's doing. All right. Pit is an investment program for daily and gap trades. Yeah. TPR still looks fantastic. Am I ever going to stop talking about this stock? I don't think so. SPY's not going anywhere, Kevin. It's just sitting there. Look. Doing nothing. Doing nothing. Squat. All right. Right here. TPR, 29 days to go, 74 delta, 79 call right there. Or maybe go a little closer. Right here, 74 delta, 80 call. All right. I have one more, and I want to hear from Kane about his program. It's going to be fantastic. CrowdStrike looks amazing, right? Amazing. I mean, to say amazing would be an understatement. I'd like it yesterday, but it still looks good today. Now, look at this. It doesn't have a lot of moves against the trend. When it moves, it moves. It moves. So, 29 days to go. 73 delta. No. Too expensive. We drop right down, go add the money. We go 445 call and 450 to sell. 445 to buy, 450 to sell. Richard says the pit is where you go remove the training wheels from your bike. Grab that too, Matt. People are saying very nice things today. I appreciate it. All right. That concludes my analysis. Now, before I let Kane talk, somebody asked me what I think about the market. Because the bond market is doing this, and because volatility is doing this, kind of coming off a little bit, kind of moving directionally, I'm cautiously optimistic. I think the market wants to go higher, not lower. I'm not that bearish right now, but all bets off when Trump talks. So I'm about 65. I'm leaning 65%, 70% towards the bulls, 40% towards the calls. Today, incidentally, was the first day I was able to very easily come up with and I told you this morning. This morning, it was very easy for me to come up with a watch list for the long side. Usually, if I struggle with a list to the long side, that means there's not much there. Today, it was effortless. And look at the stocks. Walmart, Net, Crowd, Palantir, Visa, Shopify. And this morning, Fox A, GE, Kroger, Meta, Cost. These are big stocks. When you see a move like that, that's usually yes, it's a paid program, Jan. You guys are doing a better job selling it than me in the YouTube. Thank you. So yes, I'm 65-35-ish, I would say, and a lot of it has to do with the move in the bonds this morning on bad news. See, if PPI was good and the move on bonds was like that, I would be okay. But it was bad in PPI, and the bonds rallied hard. So that's shifting my and that's one of the reasons why I liquidated this stock. So going into the pit this morning, we were short this stock, CNC, and I liquidated it on a very little profit because I was nervous about the short side of the market. Now, as usual, I liquidated it a little too early. I should have waited till it bottomed out, but that's okay. I mean, that's fine. But now it went back to pretty much where it was. So anyway. If I was more HG, if I was neutral or more bearish, I would not have gotten rid of that stock. I would have held it. So I'm letting you know exactly what's going on there. All right, Kane, I'm very excited about this. First of all, I wanted to ask you a question. Are you coming out here, or are we doing this remotely?
This weekend is remote. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm coming out for the workshop.
Got it. Right. Yeah. What's the point of you coming? Yeah, it makes no sense. So give us some more information. Now, yesterday you told us this is going to be an overnight program where they tend to purchase assets towards the end of the day and liquidate them in the first part of the new day. Am I correct?
That's right.
Now, expand on that. Tell us more, because I got several emails and folks were asking me questions like, so here are the questions that I got. How much money do I need in my account to be able to trade this new program? Give us the approximate win rate. Are the losses predetermined, or are they like unlimited? Are we going to have trouble getting fills with the trades? They want more information. People want a lot more information. So here's Kane, and he's going to give it to us right now.
Yeah. So, first question was, what was it? How much money? How much money do
Yeah.
you need to get into the trade?
Yeah. So the first one was like, is this a program where they're going to need like, $25,000 or
Yeah. So every trade is come in somewhere between $100 to $300, usually around the $200 mark to $150 to $200 mark. So
That's
you don't need a huge account. It's very affordable as long as you can handle that amount.
that? Yeah. That's folks. That's very low. $150 to $200 average trade. That's very, very low. Um, is it a program where they're going to be risking a lot of slippage? And a lot of are there many legs to this program?
Nope. So we purposely, so yesterday or last time I talked about how our bread and butter was the calendar or diagonal spread. And so there's only two legs to that, right? So there's a buy and there's a sell, and that's it. So it's not a four-legged spread. It's not it's like a whole bunch of legged spreads. So that no worries about that. And also we're only trading on very, very liquid assets. So for the most part, it's going to be major indices like the SPY, like the QQQ, but we might be, every once in a while we might go somewhere else. But for the most part, like 99% of the time, it's going to be SPY, QQQ, IWM.
Okay. So I mean, you can literally use market orders on these babies if you wanted to.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, got it. Okay. Yeah, the only two I always tell folks to use limit orders with options no matter what, but the only market that I don't follow that rule is the SPY because the SPY is just spreads like half a penny. I don't even buy. It's just the time that I would spend playing the orders. It doesn't make any sense.
Oh, right.
So,
yeah, and it would bounce so quickly, minute to
yeah,
minute.
yeah. Like I place SPY, and I always said that the only place you could use market orders is SPY, maybe the QQQ sometimes, but SPY for sure. Is this going to be a program where they're going to this was another one because they're going to be getting out the next morning. They wanted to know if you're going to be giving them limit orders or exit instructions ahead of time, or is this going to be kind of like, if this happens, do this, or are they going to be prepared to exit? They're going to know what to do to exit, or it's going to be kind of like waiting for emails?
So the program is largely mechanical. I say about 90% mechanical. So we will have a plan ahead of time, but every once in a while, like this week, we had Powell speaking, we have Trump talking about tariffs. Every once in a while, there's an event where we're like, hey, we need to exercise some discretion here. And so in those instances, I will send out an alert. Well, I'll send an alert every day, but I'll let you know that, hey, there's an event coming up where we want to be a little cautious and a little more nimble than normal.
Got it. So, but for the most part, it's pretty mechanical.
Yeah.
Pretty mechanical. Good. 1 second. I just want to check on something here. Sorry about that. I just wanted to check on a price of something here. All right. And what was the other? There was a couple of more questions. There's a couple. Is it beginner friendly? Is it beginner friendly? Is it something that beginners are going to be able to do very easily and simple, or is it something they're going to have to like have a huge training and learning curve for?
No, I think it's very simple. I think make things that are mechanical in nature are probably a little easier for beginners, and then also it's if you can buy and sell, then you're pretty much good. It's just that we're buying and selling two different options at the same time to create that calendar or diagonal.
Got it. Wrong question. How many alerts per week? That's a good question, Omar. We're saying the same thing.
4. So we tend not, I don't want to trade over the weekends, right? So I don't want to take a trade from Friday to Monday. I have a different program for that, but very different considerations when you're trying to trade over the weekend, right? So it'll be Monday through Thursday.
Oh, so folks, you're going to get 4 trades per week on this thing. But this is starting to sound very exciting. Very exciting. A lot of what about trade management after they've entered the trade? Is there any trade management or not? Because the market's going to close and then you're out the next morning, right? So
exactly, yeah.
So there's very little they could do to mess themselves up, basically.
Right. Yeah.
Got it.
And
Got
the
it.
mechanical nature of it, well, helps ensure that, you're not going to make a mistake.
Are these type of trades in any way similar to the spread the calendars, the time spreads I've been doing in the pit?
Yeah. So the ones that you've been doing in the pit are taking advantage of a volatility change because of earnings, right? And so
Exactly.
yeah. So
Yes.
for me, I'm using the calendar slightly differently. I'm looking at the difference largely in theta decay between the short and the long, and both you can interpret that both as the buy and sell, but also the expiration, the shorter expiration and the longer expiration. So in that sense, we're taking advantage of a different piece of the same structure, but it's the same thing. One is expiring very, very soon, and it causes that one to behave very differently than the one that is expiring later, and we're taking advantage of that difference.
So in other words, if I understand you correctly, and I think I do, these trades don't have a profit limit. There's no limiter in them. In other words, they have unlimited profit up to the time of expiration, but they pretty much have an unlimited profit. Nothing's capping them at the top. In other words, if the option that you sold expires and you're still long one and it goes up, you have
yeah. If you held on to of course, you
have okay, cool. So theoretically, you're not capping yourself at a certain amount every time. That's kind of what I'm trying to say.
Correct. Yeah.
That's very, very good. I love that. Now we have a couple of questions here. What is the average return, win and loss on this program? Or maybe give us some details here.
Yeah. So on average, we've been making about 12 to 13%. That's when I've been choosing to exit. And then the one loss that we've had was same, 12 or 13%. And for the live trades, we've won over 80% of them right now. But wow. I would expect, to maintain high 70s, low 80s.
Very nice. Very, very, very nice. Folks, four trades a week, $100 to $200 a trade. You're closing the trade out overnight. Now, let me ask you this question. To the downside, your risk is your risk is limited pretty much to what folks. Okay. So I'm getting it. I'm understanding it correctly. So basically, here's the deal, folks. Your risk is limited to what you paid, okay? And you're not going to pay a lot. Your profit potential is substantially higher than your risk. And you'll know within, let's see, 14 hours, right? 14 hours? Is it?
Yeah.
I think it's about 14 hours, something like 14, 15 hours. You'll know whether the trade is working out or not. So that is fantastic. So they can't screw it up. It's a very low barrier to entry. There's no day trading. You're kind of solving all the problems these people have, Kane. I love it. They don't have to day trade, so they don't have to have a big account. They're not, Bob, everything will be revealed. We got to keep something on the down low here, right? So I'm already giving you guys a little too big of a sneak peek behind this, but $100 to $200 a trade, holding time less than 24 hours, zero management necessary. You'll know right away. You will know pretty quickly after the open if you're up or down, and the trade can't lose more than you bargained than what you paid up front, which is fantastic because then they can actually rest at night. The presentation is going to be Sunday at 1 p.m. Matt, do you have a link for that?
I don't at the moment. Give me 1 second.
Yeah. No problem. We're not in a rush anywhere. So yeah, folks, it's going to be Sunday at 1 p.m. Eastern time. What's the option DTE? Oh, that's a good question. How far out do you go on the one you sell versus buy? If you don't mind us asking these.
No, not at all. The one that I sell is always the next day because it's an overnight trade. Then the one that we buy is generally about a week out.
Oh, wow. That's nice. So theoretically, if you were to see if the market comes down, if you're long, for example, you could say, hey guys, keep holding this thing till another couple hours and they could just continue moving higher. That's very, very cool. That's what I love. So that's my favorite part about time spreads. That you have a full 5 days for the trade to make you money after your short expires. Now you don't have to use that entire period, but it's nice to have it, right? It's nice to know that that your loss has been taken care of. You've already paid for your loss. It's already in the bag, and the only way the only way things can go are up. So it's very, very, folks, if you like my time spreads, you're going to love this. You're going to love this. You're going to love this. Not vertical, horizontal. They're not vertical. Yeah. They're horizontals. They're horizontals. And I believe this is the first time in history of the pub that you've beat me to the punch. You know, you've beat me before I was able to launch the time spreads, which is perfect. So you guys are going to love it. You'll be my guinea pig on this. I'm going to love it. Matt, he did it. Yeah, Matt has it right there. Matt just posted the link everywhere. And you don't have to worry about exercise, George, on these. You will not have to worry about exercise. I promise. Kane is smarter than that. He's not going to put you in that situation. Yeah. All right, Kane, tomorrow, maybe you can come in and you could show us some of these trades you've taken and kind of give people a little taste of, give them some demonstrations on some previous trades.
Yeah, I'd love to do that.
Would you guys like to see that? All right, Nathan says yes. Omar, Janet, Nestor. How about you YouTubers? YouTube has an 8-second delay. Michael, Stu, Rochelle, Ben, Ivano. And by the way, Kane will be here along with Richard the last 2 days of February. And what I'd like to do is I'd like to do an interview. I know a lot of people want to hear me interview Richard, so I'm going to do an interview with Richard if he's okay with it. And I'll do an interview with Kane, and people would really love that because a lot of people, you know, it's amazing. I tell people exactly the same thing that Richard and I talk about, but they want to hear it from him. That's fine. You'll be able to hear it from him. He's going to tell you exactly the same thing I tell you, but God bless. You want to hear it from him. Will you send the schedule next week? I think they already send out the schedule. If not, then we will. Also, Rochelle, you want to hear from Rochelle? I don't know is Rochelle coming? Okay, Richard's good. He doesn't have a problem. It'll be brief. It'll be like 30 minutes, 45 minutes. I just want to do that because everything there will be recorded, and everything there will be. So the way we're going to do it is this: I'm going to have three cameras. One camera is going to be on me and Matt and our screen, mostly our screen with the pic, just like we have it right here, and then Richard, and then we're going to have a video guy, and the video guy is going to have a camera facing the crowd. And then anytime somebody has a question, he's going to go up to the audience. That way, because last time when we had it, we had a lot of people at home and I had a Q&A. And remember, Kane, we had to like repeat every question to the audience, and I don't want to do that. So I want to have, one camera is going to be pointing at you, the audience. So you guys will see me, Kane, Matt, Richard, and then you will see the audience as well. And anytime the audience has a question, you will hear that question because Joey, the video guy, is going to go up to that person and put a mic in their face and ask them that question. Okay? Kane, please create a strategy with 0 DTE with returns of at least. I think he's got you covered. I think he's got you covered.
We can do that. I think he's got you covered.
Yeah. And yeah. Omar, isn't that what you've been getting in the pit with our 0 DTE?
I was going to say, I think Roger already beat me to it.
Isn't that what we've been doing for the last 3 weeks in the pit, Omar? Every day, including today? Omar says, yes, love the pit. All right. Folks, thank you so much. Kane will come here tomorrow and actually show us some of these trades because I want to see some of these trades. All right, did great on the put trade. Pit, just close it. Good. Marty, I'm glad to hear that. All right, guys, thank you so much. Kane, thank you for your time. I appreciate it.
Yep.
Thank you guys thank you for everybody being here. Matt, thank you for speaking so much today. You've outspoken yourself. You've said more than you usually do. And I'm being sarcastic. And I will see you guys later. Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Have a good day. Everyone. Bye, everybody.